Giannis trade rumors. There's a whole bunch of stuff to get into. I'm not going anywhere. Don't you either. Number to call up is always just 888 Mad Dog 6 888-623-3646. We're discussing Super Bowl week and everything else as well in the world of sports. Plus, I'm going to get in. One of the funniest things happened with a boxing match this weekend. I'm quite sure y'all saw the tape. It's been viral. A fighter known as Big Baby literally got his toupee knocked off. Absolutely hilarious. But a lot of good stuff went on in boxing as well this week. So I'll be talking about that as well. Lots of stuff going on. Lines are open. Feel free to holler at your boy, 888 Mad Dog 6 888-623-3646. More of your calls and then some in a minute. Stick around. You're listening live to Stephen A., Sirius XM, Mad Dog Sports Radio. Back with more in a minute.
Think you have what it takes to debate Stephen A? Call the show at 888 Mad Dog 6. Here's Stephen A. Smith.
28 minutes past hour number 1 back here on the Stephen A. Smith Show. Sirius XM, Mad Dog Sports Radio. 888 Mad Dog 6 is always the number to call up. That's 888-623-3646. You are listening live to the Stephen A. Smith Show on Sirius XM, Mad Dog Sports Radio. Before I get to the calls, let me say this. I've been on the airwaves over the last couple of weeks going off about how the New York Knicks need to do everything they can to get their hands on Giannis Antetokounmpo, a person that I believe, when healthy, is one of the top 5 players on the planet Earth. I've changed my mind. It's not because I watched the New York Knicks win their 6th straight game last night. It's not because over this 6-game stretch, I've seen them become number 1 in defensive efficiency and number 2 in scoring efficiency. It's not because I love me some OG Anunoby and I like Karl Anthony Towns a lot and Jalen Brunson is the franchise. It's not because of those things. I mean, they have something to do with it, of course, but it's not just that. It's them damn 4 calf injuries that Giannis Antetokounmpo has suffered for the last 19 months. See, when I think about calf, I think about Kevin Durant. I think about Tyrese Halliburton. I think about the caution that was exercised that was ultimately thrown to the wind by both of them because it was a championship on the line in KD's last year in Golden State, and it was a championship on the line last year, Game 7 in the NBA Finals when Tyrese and Indiana were going up against Oklahoma City. And I'm saying to myself that even though a calf injury is not always a prerequisite to an Achilles tear, damn it, there's been enough evidence that's got me nervous. And the last thing I want is the New York Knicks building momentum with a team they already have in place, albeit one that could potentially lose to the Detroit Pistons in the playoffs. I don't want to see them give up a couple of their core pieces, another pick or one of the second-round picks or whatever for Giannis, and then Giannis tears his Achilles. I don't need that problem. I don't need that problem. Don't want that problem. Don't even want to think about it. See that video right there of Tyrese Halliburton going down in Game 7 of the NBA Finals. See Jason Tatum going down against the Knicks in that game, was it? That Game 4 at the Garden. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see the New York Knicks, who were in a Game 7 of a conference semifinals 2 years ago, and a Game 6 of a conference finals last year, and knocking at the door for a berth to the NBA Finals. I don't want to see all of that jeopardized because you got 2 or 3 players you're going to have to let go of to get Giannis. And then something like that happens. I'm worried. I'm not wishing that. I don't want that for Giannis, whether he's in a New York Knicks uniform or not. I love the guy. He's one of the top 5 players on the planet. I just don't want to see the New York Knicks make that kind of investment, and then all of a sudden your team is depleted because not only do you not have those players anymore, but you also don't have Giannis. Because the calf injuries become something that's far more significant, or it doesn't even have to come significant, but since you sense it will and you fear it will, you sit him down and he's not available to you when you got other cats that are available right now. OG Anunoby got paid over $200 million. He's worth it. Jalen Brunson is worth it. Mikal Bridges, he wasn't worth 5 first-round picks, damn it. Don't get me started with that. But he's worth the $150 million he's getting paid. Josh Hart. New York Knicks are 1 game under 500 without him. 14 games over 500 with him. And Karl Anthony Towns is no scrub, selected as an all-star, needs to improve his shooting from three-point range, get back to what he used to be able to do instead of shooting 35% from three-point range. But the brother's good for 19 and 12 a game. I got mad love for Cat. Again, nobody's Giannis. Or at least most people ain't Giannis. But at least the Knicks got healthy bodies on the court. Right now he's not, and that worries me. So I have changed my position. I don't mind the New York Knicks standing pat and not going after him before the NBA trading deadline expires. Suddenly I don't mind. Suddenly it doesn't really bother me. Because I'm looking at him and I'm saying, hey, is he going to be available? Is he going to be available? That's my issue. And I think it's a worthy concern. I don't think it's something that could be summarily dismissed. And I just want to say that. I think it's important. Just so we understand each other. 888 Mad Dog 6 is the number to call up. That's 888-623-3646. You're listening live to the Stephen A. Smith Show, Sirius XM, Mad Dog Sports Radio. By the way, Milwaukee Bucks coach Doc Rivers, just yesterday, spoke on the issue of Giannis Antetokounmpo potentially being traded before Thursday's trading deadline. Listen to what Doc Rivers had to say here. Please take it away, Sean.
Giannis has said everything that we need to hear, that he wants to be a Buck, he loves the city. And that's all I can go by as a coach right now. Has it been difficult? Yeah, your players every day have to hear stuff every single day about not just their best player, but they're thrown in the mix as well. My favorite day of the year this year will be the day after the trade deadline. That'll be my favorite day because I think everyone will be here and we can get to, you know what I'm saying? So right. I'm looking forward to that.
Let me say something real quick because Doc Rivers says something, and I think it's very important that I say this just to get this out the way. Doc Rivers says, what is it, the day after the trading deadline. That'll be his happiest day of the year. Doc Rivers wasn't telling you the truth. He wasn't telling you the truth. His favorite day is going to be Monday, April 13th. That's the day after the season's over. And we ain't got to look at these Milwaukee Bucks anymore because they are a shell of themselves. Without Giannis being 18 and whatever their record is at this particular moment in time, 18 and 29, 11 games under 500, losers of 5 straight, and 8 of their last 9. This is not a team that's going anywhere. And so don't tell me that Doc Rivers, his best day of the year is going to be Friday after the trading deadline's over. It's going to be April 13th when the season's over. So he don't even have to coach this team anymore. Let's get that out the way right now. 888 Mad Dog 6 is 888-623-3646. You listen live, Stephen A. Sirius XM, Mad Dog Sports Radio. Biscuit in Houston. You're live with Stephen A. What's up, big time? How are you?
Hey, it's been a minute, my brother Smith.
How are you, my man?
Hey, man, all is well, man. Let me say this, man. Since we last spoke, man, I kicked that door in, man, that 60 Club, man. I'm going to hold the door open for you.
Hey, that's right. Hold it open for me. Hold it open for me, man. Let me tell you something, Biscuit. Biscuit, let me tell you something right now. We're lucky, man. We're blessed. Because, Biscuit, tell me I'm lying. Who would want to be young in today's generation?
Ooh, man.
I'm happy I'm getting older. It don't bother me at all, bro. Boy. It don't bother me at all with what we see in this world. I'm happy I'm getting older. Don't bother me one bit.
I go out to brush with some of my, my wife and a couple other couples and stuff and see what's going on. And the man like, golly. Okay.
Yeah, man, as long as you feeling good and looking good, birth certificate don't mean a damn thing. Birth certificate works in your favor. You closer to retirement, but you don't feel like it and you don't look like it. That's the new goal.
That's the new goal, man.
I feel better now than I did since I was in my early 30s. I'm better
Yeah.
at 58. I'm telling you right now, I couldn't be happier. I wish
Yeah.
I was older. But go ahead.
Let me say this, man. Have you been checking out my boy Fleming for U of H, man? That's a cold-blooded brother, man.
I got to check it out. I've heard a lot about him. I got to check it out,
Yeah,
though.
okay,
I've been
okay.
pretty busy,
But
but I'll check it out.
I'm in agreement with you, though. And before I say that, if Cat keep playing like he playing, y'all got a shot. But let me say this. You said it earlier, and I was in agreement with you 2 weeks ago when you said New England bet not lose to
Damn
Denver.
right.
You was
Not to
right
know
on
Jarrett
that.
Stidham. Hell
You was
no.
right on that. And
Damn
you're
right.
Unfortunately, I think you're gonna be right on the Super Bowl, man. I throw a party every year, and I've been telling people, hey, man, get here early, get your food going on, because the game gonna be over by halftime.
I
just
hope
don't
not,
see
though.
it.
I hope that New England's defense keeps it tight because New England knows it's under immense pressure because if you're not able to score on Seattle, how you going to make this a game if your defense gets run over? You're going to have to show up. You have to neutralize Seattle's offense. You're going to have
But
to
they ain't
pull
gonna
this
have
off.
weather to help them out this time, Brother Smith.
Say
It's
what?
gonna be good weather. The weather won't be able to help them out this time. It's gonna be good
That's right.
weather.
Well, it ain't going to be a blizzard. We know that.
Yeah.
We know that.
I'm calling it right now, man. 42 to 20.
I listen. I'm thinking 31-20 Seattle myself, but I reserve the right to change my mind until I make my final prediction on Friday. Biscuit, appreciate you, man. Thanks so much for calling in. Dan in Houston, you're live with Stephen A. Talk to me, bro. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for taking the call.
Thank you for calling.
Man,
What's going on?
I just want to chime in on this Giannis trade, or a possibility. Honestly, I don't think he's going to get moved before the trade deadline, and I'll tell you why. Because everyone's looking at what Nico Harrison did last year. A year ago today, that Luka Doncic trade came through, and everyone was up in arms. And I don't think Milwaukee wants to make a similar trade like that because Giannis is.
Oh, Milwaukee won't make a similar trade like that. They ain't gonna lose Giannis for one pick.
No. I understand that. But I also think, and talking to what you were hitting on earlier with Doc Rivers, I think he's gone at the end of the season. So right now,
well, Doc's planning on from what I'm being told, Doc's planning on walking away. Doc's whole thing was do this for a couple of years or so like that. He's been coaching for over 20 some odd years. Pension's gonna be in place in the whole bit. Sometimes it's time to step away. And it wouldn't surprise me at all if Doc Rivers. I don't think you're gonna have to fire him or let him go or whatever. I think Doc Rivers is gonna walk away. That's what I think is gonna happen.
Yeah, and I think with that happening, Milwaukee's going to try to be more aggressive to see what coach they bring in and who's going to fit better with him in their system. And I think Giannis is going to play it out the rest of the season, and I don't think anything's going to happen by the trade deadline because, I know you've been talking about Houston being a great contender for someone that can make a good trade for them, but I think the Rockets got a good thing going right now, and I think to shake things up right now, I think could possibly be detrimental to them making a deep.
Well, if you're Houston, here's why I think you stand pat. Because if you're the Milwaukee Bucks, you're going to insist on two guys, Şengün and Amin Thompson, and I ain't letting go of Amin Thompson, bro. I'm not letting him go. I'm telling you that right now. I'm not letting him go. The brother is too special. I'm not letting him go. And he's got such incredible promise. You got Kevin Durant. You gave up a whole bunch of trade assets in order to get him, okay? Now what you have is available assets. You got first-round swaps with Brooklyn this year. You got your own first-round pick this year. And you got a first-round pick in 2029. And so because of that, I'm looking at that, and I'm saying if you Houston and you got these cats with Ime Udoka coaching them, and you can put four guys in a lineup, all 6'11" and above, in your starting lineup. And oh, by the way, Fred VanVleet will be ready next year. I'm like, why mess with what you got now? I would leave it be. Now, my personal opinion, I would leave it be.
Yeah, I agree.
I wouldn't mess with it. All right, man. Appreciate the call. John in Atlanta, you're live with Stephen A. What's up, John? How are you? Talk to me.
Hey, thanks for injecting some sanity into the Knicks. I hope Leon is listening to you. God forbid we make that trade.
Well, listen, I can't blame Leon, John, because remember, I was going off until these calf injuries. I like, get him. He's one of the top 5 players in the world. You put him with Jalen Brunson. Oh, my Lord. You understand? And listen, would I give up Karl Anthony Towns? I love Karl Anthony Towns, but would I give him and Mikal Bridges up and a couple of second-round picks or whatever for Giannis? Absolutely. I don't want to lose Anunoby. I can tell you that much. I want to hold on to him for dear life. I want to hold on to Josh Hart for dear life. I want to hold on to those guys. But with those 4 calf injuries in the last 19 months, I don't think you should do anything.
I'm afraid. I called you about the Super Bowl. When I heard you talk this, I'm a long-suffering Knicks fan like you, and I just see the injury occurring, and we get so close, and they seem to have played. You brought up some great KPIs about them second in offense and second in defense during this stretch, which means that is the potential of this team. So I love what we're doing right now, and I don't want to interrupt the momentum. And player personnel changes do that, and so I would like to keep it as is.